Yes, play. Thank you. First of all, let me tell you my comments for tonight's performance. What a great way to finish professional career on stage. Having 500 almost performers, performing Te Deum. There couldn't be a better way to resign. And, and another thing is, I think I've been chosen to say a few words to Bohuslav and about Bohuslav because I'm one of quite few that can properly pronounce his name. However, Bohuslav Szczepaniak is my fellow countryman. And our paths crossed in Poland many times, but we never met, in fact, in person. I first met him here in Perth. We used to live in the same cities, we attend the same music institution, music academy, but not at the same time. And then, Bohuslav, after graduated from Academy of Music in Warsaw, he became the double bass player in the #1 Polish orchestra, National Philharmonic of Warsaw. He also went to the competition, national competition of low frequency players. And he get the first prize there. But his adventure, hunger for adventure, pressed him to choose another way. And then he started his journey, which on the years and years founded the final destination here in Perth. The first station was Tehran. In those times, Tehran, Iran, Tehran Orchestra was a famous orchestra, large and international. However, after a few years, the pro-Western Czech regime collapses and the country went to the darkness of revolution, and Bohuslav went back to Poland, and very soon, with whole family this time, he accepted position in Singapore. It was a big jump, was a really adventure, was something extraordinary. They must book the five seats in the plane, because the family was of 4, Bohuslav, his wife Mirka, 2 boys, Mark and Matthew, and the double bass. And they landed in Singapore, and for a while Bohuslav was there, and at the same time was happening in our country that martial law was introduced, and they pressed a lot of Poles living in another part of the world to make the life decision. And in the same time, the position of principal double bass was open here, and Bohuslav sent his tape. He signed his first contract with Ray, and he settled down, and Ray is with us tonight, and he settled down in Australia. And in the meantime, the family grows to 4 kids, 2 parents and double bass. So the Barbara, the daughter only, was born here, and the 3rd boy and 4th child, Joseph. When I came here, Bohuslav was already 4 years, so he was my guru. He translated a lot of things for me. He was, for me, the really Aussie man. He introduced me to many Australian habits. I still enjoy his own beer, which I hope, Bohuslav, you will have a lot of time to brew it now. And I hope to be invited sometimes for that. However, Bohuslav, as I said, he translated for me. He also tried in many situations to make the soft cushion for my heart landing in professional situations here. For instance, he was the first person who aware me that some music expressions could be understood different in this country. And, for instance, rubato, for some of the conductors, means not freely but anarchy. It's true. It was 20 years ago. The things has improved, yes. But not all of them. Anyway, Bohuslav, as I know him, he finds the right balance between being very professional, always dedicated to his job, and at the same time, family man. It's so hard. It's so hard for us sometimes, especially when the kids are small. You know, every weekend we're working here. We know the problem very, very well. And Bohuslav managed, in my opinion, perfectly to be the brilliant father and husband and excellent musician and valuable member of Warsaw. Bohuslav is also a very, very friendly person. In the past 20 years, I never had him complaining about the colleagues. I mean, being 23 years of those 24, principal bass, he never say something negative about his section, about the members of his section. He also never say something bad about the other colleagues, co-performers on the stage. He always finds something positive in every one play and performance, after better or maybe not so good concerts. This is very, very important kind of character which I really appreciate very much, and we should all appreciate having such colleagues like Bohuslav. However, as I said, only co-performers, WOZO members. This not apply to conductors. To conductors, Bohuslav was always cool and very fair in the judgment. Bohuslav is one of those that if you will ask him sometimes, how was a conductor last weekend, he will say, I don't know, I haven't been watching him. And if you will ask the same conductor going to be this week, what he's going to conduct, Bohuslav will say, whatever he's going to conduct, we will play what's printed in the program. So that was the Bohuslav. But as I said, it's a hard job being double bass player. You know? Once I tried once, and basically the semitone difference on double bass is like the octave to us violin players. It's a long way to move the left hand. So that's the reason why they run like mad up and down. All the concerts is a really hard job. And also dealing with low frequency. For me, for instance, between brooms and brooms is not a big difference. I can see only up bow or down bow. But Bohuslav always assured me one was F, another F sharp. So that's the Bohuslav. And now we come to the very point, retirement. It is a very point. And we talk about his retirement a few times, and there are many reasons, of course, you know, to retire. But I don't think he gave me the true one. And the true reason, I guess, could be. Let me tell you the story. It happened a long time back in my country. There was a man who regularly attended, a music lover, a concert goer, who regularly attended concerts, but he was living in a very small town, and the timetable of public transport wasn't very, very well combined for him. And he has to travel a lot, bus and train, to be in the capital city, to be on the concert. And once he missed his train back, because concert was longer, and the next train was 2:30 a.m., and he went to kind of nightclub, restaurant with live dance music. And after a while, he approached the double bass player from the dance band, and he said, could I ask you something? You know, I'm watching you for a long time, and you never moved your left hand. And I was just in the concert, and all double bass players, they run like mad up and down over the fingerboard. And you, just there, for whole evening? And the player said, you know what, because they're still searching for the right notes. I know them. And I think there could be true reason of Bohuslav's retirement. Finally, after so many years of search, he found the right note. He can retire now. Bohuslav, happy time.
Thank you very much.